back to my channel. We are still working on the construction of triangles, and in this case we are going to be constructing another triangle as we have done for the first one, for the second one. And now, as I said in the previous videos, that the steps that we have to take in constructing a particular triangle depend on the given information. So the first one that we did, we're given the perimeter and the altitude of the triangle in which we constructed an isosceles triangle. The second one, we're given the base angles and then the altitude of the triangle. In this case now, let's read the question for us to know what we are given, which determine the steps that we are going to take in constructing this particular triangle. I'm reading the question now. Construct a triangle with a base 55 millimeters, an altitude of 62 millimeters, and a vertical angle of 37.5 degrees. Let me read it again. The question says construct a triangle with a base 55 millimeters, an altitude of 62 millimeters, and a vertical angle of 37.5 degrees. So here we are given the base to be 55 millimeters, the altitude is 62 millimeters, and the vertical angle 37.5 degrees. Let's see how this construction can be done. The first thing that we are going to do is that we are going to draw a horizontal line. So we draw a horizontal line. So let me come up a bit. Okay, so here we draw horizontal line. Okay, on this horizontal line, we are going to take a measurement of 55 millimeters. 55 millimeters. So here we have, so from here to here is 55 millimeters. Here we have 55 millimeters. I'm going to call this line, I will call it line AB. Okay, that is the base of the triangle, 55 millimeters. Okay, the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to construct angle 37.5 degrees to this line AB, that is to the base of the triangle. So this I'm going to set my protractor. So we set the protractor, so we set it like this. Okay, so the center point is at point A. The center point is at point A, while the line on the protractor is on line AB. So as we have here, so we have it like this. So let's get 37.5. So we are taking it to this side. So this is 10, 20, 30, then 37. This is 35. So 36, 37, and then so in the middle of 7 and 8. So put a dot on the paper. Put a dot on the paper. So here we have what? I'll put the dot here. Okay. So then the next thing that we are going to do is that, so we have to draw a line from point A passing through this point. Just it may not reach it. So I just want to make it a short line. So here we have what? This is okay. This is okay for me. Alright, so we have this now. So the next thing that we are going to do is that, so we have this angle now. So this angle is the vertical angle. That is the angle between this line AB. Let's call this line, let's call it line AC. So the angle between line AB and line AC is 37.5 degrees. So 37.5 degrees. So this is the angle between them. Alright, so the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to construct a line that will be at a right angle to this line AC. We are going to construct a line that will be at a right angle to this line AC. So how do we do that? So let's set the protractor. Set the protractor on this line AC. So the center point is on point A as we have done it here. So then on 90 degrees. So put a dot on this 90 that we have here. So put a dot on it. Then we are going to draw a line. So draw a line from point A passing through this. So this line also, it has no length. So I can call it line AD. So this is line AD. So it has no length. So the angle between line AD and line AC is 90 degrees. So it's 90 degrees. Okay. So let's go on with this. So the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to bisect line AB, which is the base of the triangle. We bisect line AB, which is the base of the triangle. That is 55 millimeters that we are given, and we have made use of it. So but we are bisecting line AB. So put the pinpoint here. Put the pinpoint here. So put the midpoint at point A here and extend the pinpoint to more than half of line AB. So then draw an arc up like this. Okay, so we are bisecting line AB and also draw an arc down here like this. Okay, and then so with the same radius, pinpoint at point B, and then you draw an arc. So let's set it very well. So pinpoint at point B, so draw an arc, let it intersect the first one, and you draw an arc here, it intersects the second one here. So now let's draw the bisector of line AB. So we have to draw the bisector of line AB. So this is it. So we draw by joining the point of intersection of the arcs together. So we draw the bisector. Okay, so this bisector now, this bisector, it intersect line AD at this point here. So this point is very, very important for the construction of triangle. So we are going to call this point, we call it point O. So that is the point of intersection of line AD and the bisector of line AB. So we have this. So the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to draw an arc of a circle. So we can draw a circle if we like, but I'm going to make it an arc of a circle. So not a circle, but normally it's supposed to be a circle, but I'll make it an arc of a circle. So this is not a semicircle. Take note, it's not going to be a semicircle, it's an arc of a circle. So that's what I want to bring out here. So putting the pinpoint of the compass here at point O and extending the pen point to point A or point B. So I will extend to point B here. So extending the pen point to point A or point B, you can extend to point A, but I'm using left hand, so that's why I'm extending to point B here. So draw an arc of a circle that goes like this. So this is an arc of a circle. Okay, it's an arc of a circle. Okay, as I have done it here, so you can see it's an arc of a circle. So not a semicircle. So that's what I want to take note of. All right, so the next thing that we are going to do is that we have used the base and we have also used the vertical angle. So we still have one thing to use among the information that we are given, and that is the altitude. So the altitude of the triangle is 62 millimeters. So let's take a measurement of 62 millimeters on the ruler. 62 millimeters on the ruler. So here we have 62 millimeters. So this is 2 millimeters. So put the pinpoint here at point A and then make an arc like this. Okay, so make an arc like this. Okay, then put it at point B here and also make an arc. Make an arc here. Okay, so the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to draw a line that will be parallel to line AB. So to the base of the triangle. So we draw a line. So over this arc. So over this arc. And then so it goes like this. Okay, it's also of any length. All right, so here we have what? Here we have, let's call this line, let's call this line, let's call it line, let's call it A, B, C, D. So EF. So let this point be point E and this is point F here. Okay, so where this line touches the arc of a circle, not where the arc here, this arc that we drew, for us to draw this parallel line touches the arc. So it is where this line that we drew touches the arc of the circle. Okay, this particular point, let me call this point here, let me call it point G. Okay, so at this point G, where this line touches the arc of the circle, that is what we are using. Or it can be this point here. So you can also have another point here. So I can make use of this point or this point to draw the triangle. So let's draw the triangle. So what we are doing here for the triangle, or to draw the triangle, is to join point AG together. Join point AG together. Okay, so join point AG together and then join point BG together. Okay, to form the other side of triangle. So it goes like this. Okay, so we have this now. Okay, and then so we make this line a thick line, line AB, which is the base of triangle. Make it a thick line like this. Okay, so here we have the triangle whose base, altitude and vertical angle are given. So as simple as I've done it here, all you have to do is to practice. Let's meet on the next question. God bless you.